They get very irritated with certain things like a cartoon, which is 60 years old. It disrupted Parliament for 2 days. Everybody was so angry. Why is this cartoon there in an NCRT book? The book had the cartoon for 30, 40 years. But suddenly one day they saw it and then they were so angry and the Parliament stopped for 2 days. Somebody has written a book on Jinnah and then, again major upheavals happened in that party. But politicians don't get so angry about why is this bridge not been made? Why is this road not been made? Why are we so late? Why is there such a big queue at railway stations? That is not there. So, it's great to respect history, great to respect historical leaders. But there is a more important subject than history, which is the future. You think about the future. History, it's okay, it's done now. If people need to be respected, they will be. And if they're not, they're not. You can't force people and you can't live, it doesn't matter so much, if people are respecting a particular person less or more. I'm not saying it's not important, but it should not come at the cost of the future. Politicians are sitting there primarily to give us a better future. Maybe they can also take care of history a little bit, but 80% should be about the future, 20% history. So that's what the argument I was trying to make there.
Thank you so much. And now I'm going to give the opportunity to all of you out here. Kindly raise your hand and we'll accommodate as many questions as we can this evening. Yeah, we have a question. Can we float the mic around, please?
So please introduce yourself and say who you want to ask the question.
You need to take care because we got the speaker here. Okay, we're going to get a feedback.
Hello sir, I'm Subhashish Das. I'm also an author. I write for Roba. So I want one question from you. We have been following a lot you. Since this time you have been author, we all this generation have been following you. So Chetan Bhagat, IIT, then IIM, then books, then movies. Now what Chetan wants actually? Now what's the aim of Chetan? We all know what India wants. Now I want to know what Chetan wants.
Chetan wants, I can't tell you. Well, Chetan wants people to be, people who have made me. I can make a difference to them. That's why I'm doing this. I could have done another movie, I could have done another novel, and I will do other novels. That is primarily bread and butter now. But I do want to, make some difference. I'm very concerned. We are living in a time where the country is in quite a bad state. We all love our country, and I love it too. I live here. But it's in a very bad state. And we just spoke of history. I don't want 30 years later when the new generation sees us, finally India will change. I don't know when, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, somewhere it will change. When they look back at 2012, they will say it's like India is like stuck, it's like a broken truck stuck in the mud. I don't want people to say that in 2012 India was in a very bad shape and nobody was doing anything about it. Even whether we can change it or not, I don't know, it's not in my hands. But at least I want people to say it was stuck in the truck, but the truck was stuck in the mud. But some people were trying to push it out, And I want to be one of those guys who's trying to push the truck out. And hopefully many more will join. And it will eventually get pushed out. So that is what I want, I think, when I do books like this. But of course I want, to eat a good dinner afterwards and all those things are there. The other thing I want to mention is, it's a culture in India that to be an activist, you have to be poor. You have to have a very simple life. And only then you are a good man. That you cannot have glamorous friends and be a good man. Right? Whereas we all know Bombay Times is born glamorous. So we are all glamorous in this city. Even a person like Anna has to keep emphasizing, I live in this small room. I eat from this little plate. Why is that important? And if you tell the youth that to be good you have to be poor, they will not come along with you. I'm just the messenger. So, you can be rich and you can be good. And that is what I want. I want people to want to be rich. Do you want a generation who doesn't want to be rich? Do you want a very honest country which has no money? What's the point of that? So that is where I think my philosophy is going to be a little bit different. I support all the people who are doing things for the country, but I'm very, very particular that India also becomes rich, very modern, and that is what I want. I want to see India a very rich country before I die. So that's one thing, and a good country in the sense we have a richness that has come from creativity, from innovation, from hard work, from excellence, not from, you know, my daddy is this and my daddy knew this guy and I have this connection. That shouldn't be the case. People sitting here are successful in some ways they have a long way to go, but they've all done it pretty much on their own domain, and they are good people. I don't think Masaba is corrupt. Are you? or I want to give these examples to the youth to show that you can be good and you can be rich like Masaba is, and moderately rich like we are. And that's very important that the youth sees these success stories. If they don't see it, they'll say, या तो activist बन जाओ गरीबों की तरह, या फिर गलत काम करके अमीर हो जाओ, you know, and that's not right. So that's what I want, to be rich and to be good.
Hi, I'm Neha from AVP News. As you spoke about Anna Hazare.
Is AVP News the star news?
Yeah.
Now why you changed to AVP? It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Long story.
As you spoke about Anna Hazare, he's fighting against corruption. I would like to know there was a show, हाँ, एक show आता था आमिर खान का.
I can't answer on
सत्य में जयदेव. I just want to ask you, उसका क्या impact था? As you spoke about Anna Hazare, you can say about Amir Khan also.
No, it's very different. I think the show was good. It's very hard to measure impacts of these shows. There is a business aspect to it, and there is a social aspect to it. Some will say it had a huge impact. Some will say it didn't. But I think it helped. Because if I say it didn't help, then why would I do a book like this? This book is not going to change the country. One show is not going to change the country. So if you look at it in his defense, he has brought out some issues, and they became topic of lunch table discussion, dinner table discussion, so that's good. But if you expect somebody to become a messiah and solve it, I think that mentality needs to go. No Baba is going to save you. No Guru is going to save you. Nobody. We have to take responsibility for our own lives. We have to make it a better place for ourselves, for our family, for our neighbors, for our relatives. And in that sense, I think it's nice he did that show. I mean, there is nobody who can say why he did it or should he have not done it? No, of course he should have done it. So I think these efforts do have a rub-on effect, and yeah, it will get better and better.
Hello, I'm Tarun over here. Hi, I'm Tarun over here. One thing I find a developing trend is that people are raising the right issues everywhere and all. And very smartly, a lot of corrupt guys, so to say, are using that to build their brands, to sell their products, and also at the same time to defeat the very purpose of doing so, of raising the issues. Politicians have come out in support of anti-corruption, campaigns, and film stars have come in support of so many other, what we call it, those operation kind of stuff and all that. Like, to be very blunt, you discovered so many new things about the way human life functions in 5 Point Someone. And ultimately, it was used by a film star to, marginalize so many other people in the society. So, how do you deal with this kind of, conflict in society?
People are always going to